family on actually completing the project and launching your phase 1 today. And indeed, it is my pleasure to be here amidst you on this important day that marks another milestone for not just SMT, but also for the Medical Devices Park in Telangana in Sultanpur. I'm truly honored and delighted to be inaugurating this Asia's largest stent manufacturing and research and development facility at SMT today. I think हमारी मुलाकात पहली बार 4 साल पहले हुई थी सर, धीरज लाल जी से और भार्गव जी से 4 साल पहले 2018 में या 19 में हमारी परिचय हुई थी। तो तब मैंने उनसे पूछा कि सर आप तो सूरत से हैं, आप तो डायमंड्स के व्यापार में हैं, आपको कैसे आना हुआ इस लाइन में? तो आपने एक किस्सा सुनाई थी सर उस दिन, अभी भी याद है, अभी भी ताजा है मेरे मन में। उस दिन धीरज लाल जी ने कहा था कि 1990s में 96 या 97 पता नहीं, एक बार घर में किसी के लिए दवाई चाहिए था उनको, तो वो खुद चले गए एक मेडिसिन शॉप में, एक फार्मेसी पे। वहां जाने के बाद उन्होंने अपना तो मेडिसिन खरीद लिया, पर जब वो वहां पे उपस्थित थे, तो इतने में कोई एक अपने बच्चे के लिए कोई एक और शख्स वहां पे मेडिसिन लेने के लिए वो भी आ गए वहीं पे, और उनकी बात हो रही थी। जो दूसरे शख्स थे जो आए थे वो मेडिकल शॉप पे, उनकी बात हो रही थी कि मुझे भाई मेरे पास इतना ही पैसा है, तो जितना आप दे सकते हो दवा उतना ही दे दो। तो तब इन्होंने सोचा, तब उनको एक मन में उनके सोच आई कि इंडिया में, हिंदुस्तान में अगर एक गरीब आदमी को अगर अफोर्डेबल मेडिसिन और अफोर्डेबल डिवाइसेस, मेडिकल डिवाइसेस बनाने का अगर आदेश आज भगवान ने अगर इस नाम पे अगर इस रूप में मुझे अगर दिया, तो मैं जरूर ये चैलेंज में उठाऊंगा। तो सर, माय कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स टू यू एंड द एंटायर टीम। द एग्जांपल यू गेव इज अमेजिंग। आपने कहा कि एंजियोप्लास्टी बैक इन 98 व्हेन एसएमटी गॉट स्टार्टेड was costing around 6 lakh rupees, and today after 22 plus or 24 years, in spite of all the inflation like you mentioned, it has come down to less than 1 lakh, and that's largely due to indigenous manufacturing, indigenous technology and indigenous innovation by SMT and your colleagues. My compliments to you, sir. I would like to, of course, take this opportunity also to compliment my team, because when we launched this park in 2017, I had asked my team to identify, large Indian players who could potentially, come into this park and who could set the tone, who could set the benchmark for the rest of the Indian industry to also follow. After extensive analysis and research, I was told that SMT is growing fast, has the potential to become a market leader, and more importantly, is considering a global expansion with capital infusion from Samara Capital. We immediately reached out to SMT through Samara Capital in November 2017, and a week later, their entire team was in Bombay. My entire team was in Bombay to meet them. We followed up diligently and aggressively and got SMT's team, which was busy with their global clinical trials then, to visit Hyderabad in March 2018. All of these efforts ultimately fructified into the project announcement on October 2nd, Gandhi Jayanti 2018, and inauguration of their Asia's largest campus in Hyderabad today in 2022 on April 15th. As a demonstrable, proactive approach from this government under the visionary leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Shri KCR Garu, I consider this as one of our big successes, using a scientific approach and concerted efforts to attract companies with the right set of capabilities to build a vibrant ecosystem in Hyderabad, and we will continue to do so. In fact, 2 साल पहले सर हमने एक यहाँ पे मीटिंग की थी बायो एशिया 2020 में, पीयूष गोयल जी भी बता रहे थे उसमें, he was a chief guest. We had done a round table with All India Medical Devices Manufacturers Association. During that conversation, it was a closed door meeting. During that conversation, in fact, couple of medical devices manufacturers had mentioned something very, very important to me. उन्होंने कहा, पहली बात तो यह है कि almost 80% of medical devices in India that are currently used are being imported. 80% तक हम लोग इंपोर्ट करते हैं. और दूसरी बात, उन्होंने एक बहुत ताजुब की बात कही. जब हमने पूछा उनसे कि यहाँ पे क्यों नहीं बनाते हो, यहाँ पे क्यों आप मैन्युफैक्चर नहीं करते हो, तो उसमें से मैं नाम तो नहीं लूंगा, इंडस्ट्री के लीडर है वो भी, उन्होंने कहा पीयूष जी से और हमसे कि सर आज मैं चाइना से इंपोर्ट करता हूं और यहां माल बेचता हूं हमारा, तो चीप पड़ती है इन कंपैरिजन टू मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हियर। अगर मैं यहां बनाऊंगा तो ज्यादा एक्सपेंसिव हो जाएगा। तो हमें सोचना चाहिए सर, मतलब मैं भारत सरकार से भी मैं अनुरोध करता हूं, विनती करता हूं कि वी नीड टू रीथिंक आवर स्ट्रैटेजीज। मेक इन इंडिया बोलना तो अच्छा है, मेक इन इंडिया का इरादा अच्छा है, इरादा नेक है, पर अगर उसको सक्सेसफुल अगर करना है तो वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड द प्रॉब्लम्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ कैपिटल, in terms of duty structures, in terms of practicality, pragmatism, कि क्या-क्या रुकावटें हैं, क्या-क्या अड़चने हैं एक एंटरप्रेन्योर को इंडिया में मैन्युफैक्चर करने के लिए। मैं आपसे भी विनती करता हूं कि आप मुझे कुछ पॉइंटर दीजिए। मैं आपके तरफ से और मेडिकल डिवाइसेस इंडस्ट्री की तरफ से मैं भारत सरकार के पास जाऊंगा, तेलंगाना गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से, और जरूर मैं हिंदुस्तान के हित में, भारत के हित में बात करूंगा और उनसे कहूंगा कि अगर ये डिपेंडेंसी अगर कम होगा, 80% से अगर हमारे इंपोर्ट डिपेंडेंसी जो है अगर वो कम होगा तो हेल्थ केयर एक्सपेंडिचर भी कम होती जाएगी। तो इसीलिए मैं आपसे भी अनुरोध करता हूं कि हमें थोड़े पॉइंटर दीजिए, तो आइडेंटिफाई करके बताइए कि क्या-क्या प्रॉब्लम्स को एड्रेस करने हैं। लेट मी आल्सो कॉम्प्लीमेंट यू सर एंड योर एबल टीम फॉर दिस इंप्रेसिव एंड मैसिव फैसिलिटी, phase 1 of which has been developed with an area of about 2 lakh square feet, featuring total of 15 clean rooms and with a production capacity of 3 lakh balloon catheters per year. This facility in Hyderabad will eventually produce more than 1 million stents and 2 million balloon catheters per year. The unit will also be instrumental in generating employment opportunities for close to 2,000 people in the state. In addition to this, the Global R&D Center will employ over 300 highly qualified scientists, while Dheeraj Lal ji and Bhargav have promised to provide employment opportunities to the local population. I'd like to use this occasion to request them once again to consider providing maximum opportunities for the people of Telangana and to the local youngsters of Telangana. I assure them that we from the government will offer all support that is required with respect to skilling and upskilling activities. In fact, SMT management has also told me that this facility will be the global hub for stent manufacturing and research and development, and will be focused towards developing advanced medical products in interventional and structural cardiovascular, endovascular and other niche CVD domains. As most of us are aware, India is dependent, as I pointed out, on importing medical devices even in the most important life-saving diseases. I am happy to note that this facility in Telangana will give a significant boost to local manufacturing and reduce import dependence. I was told by Bhargav that nearly 70 countries will actually be getting products made in Telangana, made in India products from this facility right here in our medical devices park. It is a matter of immense pride that the state of Telangana will contribute immensely to improving country's health security systems in terms of medical devices, and in addition to the state's already well recognized contribution to the pharmaceutical sector of providing more than 40% of India's pharmaceuticals and also vaccines, where we actually account for one third of global vaccines. शायद आपको पता है सर, but we are the vaccine capital of the world. We produce 9 billion doses of vaccines and we cater to all parts of the world, and this further consolidates our space in the life sciences ecosystem. Telangana was one of the first states in India to recognize medical devices as a high potential and a high growth sector. To address the issue of growing dependence on medical devices in the country, we had established the Medical Devices Park in 2017. I am proud to reiterate that with more than 50 companies setting up base in the park, it has already become one of the leading and most attractive R&D and manufacturing destinations for the med devices companies in India. This cluster has already an overall investment commitment of more than 1,500 crores and a total employment of more than 7,000 direct jobs. I recall addressing the leaders of medtech industry from this very own campus of the Medical Devices Park just a few months back, when I had the pleasure to inaugurate 7 facilities including Promia Therapeutics, Huwell Life Sciences, Akruti Oculoplasty, Arca Engineers, SVP Techno Engineers, Elvicon and Reese MedLife in a single day, and within a matter of few months I am here again to inaugurate this state-of-the-art facility of SMT. Earlier, I also had the pleasure to inaugurate the largest research and development center outside the US for Medtronic, which was being set up with an investment of more than 1,200 crores. Confluent Technologies, a leading material science, development and manufacturing partner to medical device manufacturers, has also announced the establishment of a pilot manufacturing facility in Hyderabad and has aggressive expansion plans. The company is slated to bring in high-end technology for manufacturing of nitinol products, which will be the first in India. It may be pertinent also to mention that they are suppliers for the stent manufacturers globally and will help companies like SMT strengthen supply chain. The park will also house a state-of-the-art integrated manufacturing facility of S3V vascular technologies to manufacture high-end critical life-saving neuro and cardiac medical devices in the park. The government of Telangana has taken a holistic view with respect to the development of medtech sector in the state. I strongly believe that if we wish to build on it and consolidate the success witnessed by the sector in the state, we need to focus on innovation, research and development, and an enabling policy environment to help companies move up the value chain and to build products of relevance not just for India but also the world. I believe the narrative has to be India for the world and not India for India alone. I am happy to note that there is a National Medical Devices Policy 2022 under preparation, and do sincerely hope that the policy will facilitate the systematic growth of the sector along with incentivizing the export of medical devices and related technology projects through tax rebates and refunds. The state of Telangana has been at the forefront of advocating for policy changes, interventions with Government of India to support industry, design, develop and manufacture more medical devices from our country. The pandemic, COVID, highlighted the resilience of Indian companies, in which not only existing pharma and medical devices companies but startups also work together along with the government to make management of COVID-19 easier. Government of Telangana worked hand in hand with the industry to scale, innovate, to efficiently manufacture the essential medicines and medical devices. I assure you that the state government will continue to work with the companies to ensure systematic growth of medtech and pharmaceutical sector in the state. The Medical Devices Park reinforces Telangana government's commitment to strengthen the state's manufacturing capabilities, which going forward will help attract even greater investments in a broad range of medical device product segments ranging from capital equipment, implantable devices, diagnostics and consumables. We aim to make this park as not just a global factory for the world but a global medtech innovation ecosystem. I would also like to inform you that more companies in the park are gearing up to commence their operations soon, and it is a matter of great pride for the state that we are able to translate our vision into reality in a very short span of time. With more and more facilities getting operationalized, we can witness that the entire landscape of this medical devices park in particular and Sultanpur industrial cluster in general is transforming. There is a new energy and vibrancy. I would like to compliment my team for working tirelessly in positioning Hyderabad as a top-class investment destination globally. I once again would like to congratulate the entire team of SMT on this occasion and do wish that their facility grows rapidly from Hyderabad. Jai Hind, Jai Telangana.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind words. We are looking to your leadership to move us forward on what is clearly a shared agenda that transverses healthcare to a greater level, clubbed with the advancement of science and technology through medtech industries like us. We are ever mindful of the continuing gravity of India's public health problems and also emerging challenges that will demand ever more of our capabilities. I am sure your wishes and continuous support will be a blessing in disguise for SMT. Dear guests, after such a power-packed address by the Honorable Minister, I would like to now invite Shri Ganesh Sabatji, our CEO, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you. His Holiness Pujyapat Sri Dev Prasad Das Ji Swami, Jai Sri Swaminarayan, Honorable Industries Minister Sri Ketiram Ram Ji, Sri K. Prabhakar Reddy, Member of Parliament, Medak Constituency, G. Mahipal Reddy, Member of Legislative Assembly, Patancheru, Sri Jais Ranjan, Vice Principal Secretary, Industry and Commerce Government of Telangana, Sri E.V. Narasimha Reddy Garu, Vice Chairman and MD, TSIIC, Mr. Sakti Nagpan, Director Life Sciences, TSIIC, our beloved Chairman Sri Dhirajlal Kotadia, and our Managing Director Bhargav Kotadia, Bandana Patrawal Madam, and Sukla Vasan, our Independent Director. Esteemed guest, friend from the media, and my fellow SMTians, good evening to all of you. It's a great privilege to propose the vote of thanks today among such an august gathering. The event that has ended today is just the beginning of a new era that marks the journey that will make India self-reliant in cardiovascular devices. Or may I say, with Surat facility, which is making 7 lakh stents. In India today, we are using 7 to 8 lakh stents in a year. We are already doing that from Surat facility. Telangana facility, the 1 million stent that we are going to make, actually, it will do what Rama Rao sir said, make in India for the world. So this Telangana facility will be making India for the world actually. I would like to thank our chief guest, Sri Rama Rao ji, for gracing today's event and delivering the keynote address. Thank you, Honorable Minister, for your thought-provoking address. I am sure that all the esteemed guests here have taken note of your address and will be working towards your advice, ensuring that through this MDP and manufacture like us will take India into the league of top medical devices and equipment producing countries in the world. I fondly remember our first meeting even today. Your motivation and willingness to support at every stage, that's what separates you from everybody else. I am also grateful to Sri K. Prabhakar Reddy ji, Sri G. Mahipal Reddy ji, Sri Jayesh Ranjan ji, Sri V. Narasimha Reddy ji, Sri Shakti Nagapan, Director TSIIC, for gracing the occasion today on behalf of the Government of Telangana. Thank you very much for taking the time to join us today for this occasion. Your constant support and guidance has always benefited SMT. At SMT, we care deeply about patients and strive the best to provide the best-in-class product. Our motto says, place to save millions of lives. We have committed ourselves to this profession because we are all striving to be part of something that makes a real, meaningful difference to the society that we live. Today, when we manufacture these stents, every year there will be 1 million stent that will get manufactured and will be implanted across the world. So people across the world will have Telangana in their heart. We will be saving those lives across the world. It is a matter of pride, not only for SMT, for Telangana, and for our Minister K.T. Rama Rao ji to invite us, to bring us here. Yes, sir. Honorable Minister, sir, today when the country is debating about poor economic performance, we are happy to say SMT is one of the companies that is growing 30-40% every year during pandemic too. And with this facility, we will really create and make Telangana in the world map of medical device. With these words, I would like to thank our distinguished guest for taking time out on this Friday morning to make this groundbreaking ceremony to a success. I am thankful to Sanga Reddy, District Collector, and District SP for providing their support. I would also like to thank our Chairman, whose contribution, the little spark that he has created, has resulted into this massive company and changing lives all across the world. I take this opportunity to acknowledge your vital support and consistent encouragement. No company can reach this height if it doesn't have a dedicated and best set of employees, more than employees, leaders. I thank the SMT leadership and all SMT1s for the dedication and hard work during the pandemic where people dared not get out of their house. Our team was here every day fighting it out to make sure we complete this project. The team is large, but I'll say few names. Ajit, Mangesh, Upasana, Rajiv, Brijesh. Thanks to all of you. Today we are here because all of you guys. For your tireless work that went behind making this event a grand success. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Ganesh, for your address. Your leadership and a key eye for business development has taken SMT to a global pedestal, which now boasts to rub shoulders with international MNCs in the cardiac space. With this, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for being here and hope for your partnership as we rise to a formidable challenge of constructively improving our health. May I now request the